So I was going to start off in the conservatory just to give you a quick scan of all these plants that are waiting to go out. There's just hundreds of them, and they're all waiting for that golden moment when the frost date comes out. So I've got tomatoes here, I've got some aubergines that I've potted on and potted on, I've got some squashes, courgettes, more tomatoes, some leaf peppers, all sorts growing here, just waiting to go out. Now I thought, because I love the garden, mate, and I want to do something different, I was inspired by a video I watched the other day to create a worm bin. So I've created my own worm bin out of just an X-Cut flower water bucket, and there's another one inside that just nicely fits with this lid, and there's some inside, got some bedding and some soil and some things for the worms to eat. Hopefully they'll be very happy there. I just got the worms off eBay, tiger worms, weren't very expensive, came within a couple of days, so give it a go, we'll see what happens. So the stars of the show for probably the last month have been these brassica plants. The brassicas have just flowered and flowered and flowered, and just at that time of year when there's not a lot else, you know, honestly I would probably grow brassicas just for the flowers because they're so pretty. You can eat the flowers. We've had actually loads of little stalks of broccoli to go with meals. Been really, really lovely, even though they do nothing all year but annoy you because they get eaten by cabbage white butterflies. This time of year that they're worth all the pain. So I have got a very scraggy looking overwintered cauliflower there. It's just about surviving, and I've got my first salad bucket of the year. This one's rocket and this one is salad. Some cornflower going to seed that just this bucket needs replacing, and I've got my apple tree that is going into bloom. Last year around this time, touch wood that it doesn't happen again, we had Storm Arwen I think, and it blew all the blossom off and I didn't have any apples. But this year, fingers crossed. We've got some beetroot, I'm nearly ready to plant out, and there's Lucy wanting to be in the video. We've got some shallots needing to go into a bucket or somewhere to plant pretty soon. So this is my brand new bed. This has the overwintered onions that I grew from seed, and they are just starting to form little bulbs, so I'm hoping that everything goes all right. We've got some spinach here that I planted probably January time maybe, and it's done nothing for months and months, and then all of a sudden we get this beautiful spinach that we've had some great harvest off. It's been good to mash sandwiches and everything. At the same time, I've got a big bunch of lettuce that's coming through, so that's looking promising. I've got various different onions here. Some have overwintered, some are new sets, and a couple of cabbages in between, and there's some more around here, some cabbages in between. It just shows you it must be like these cabbages were put in at the same time, more or less the same soil, but something is different about it, that this one will grow and this one won't. At the moment they're just seem to be getting battered by the snails, which never mind. We've got a plant here. Now I think that this is purple veined sage, yes, sage, sorrel, purple veined sorrel. But if anybody knows different, then please let me know. I have got some sorrel over here that I planted myself, so I know it's definitely sorrel. I just can't remember planting that, and it's come year after year, and I think it's sorrel. So I've also got some fennel that comes up every year over here, and I thought we might go up the garden a bit of a different way, so you can get a bit of a look at these beautiful Winston Churchill daffodils. They are, and I've got them dotted up the garden. I've got my first wild poppy of the year, and at the back here I've got some Jerusalem artichokes popping up, and they'll create a beautiful screen up against this fence. Got some more onions in here and various different odd things. Had some really nice really nice leeks out of here. I think there's one more leek left in there. And some poppies that have just kind of wild seeded, and I've just let them go because I love poppies. Why not? Some euphorbia here, and the catnip, cat mint that I grew last year from seed. I've got these. I don't even know where these have come from, but they're beautiful, so we're leaving them. I've got the fern that's coming up. This was almost dead a few years ago, but it keeps coming back and it's getting better every year. I've got some Tortondale kale there, a cauliflower that's grown various little sprouts. Some more of those Winston Churchill daffodils. Just poking through here, I've forgotten how to even planted it, but here's a poppy, a tulip that I'm going to show you some more of later. This is planted in completely the wrong place, but it's so pretty. But I am going to do something over the summer with it. More euphorbia, various little dotty plants here. I've got some rhubarb, needs a bit of a tidy up here. Sea something or other I want to say. And this, I just bought this. This is my wasabi plant. Oh, look at that, it's amazing. So it's been well protected in there. The compost bins, not the stick pile that I am going to sort out this way. And it's a 3-bay system, so this bay at the moment is finished. We're letting it rot down a bit, and then it'll get turned in the middle. And then this bay at the moment is getting filled up, and then we'll start using this bin, and this one gets turned in so that we've got a nice supply of compost. Not quite self-sufficient yet, but that's the aim. I've got my new arch that's looking lovely, and I've just bought these beautiful little fairy lights, and they look absolutely stunning on a night. They look amazing. I've got some pak choi that is going to seed here, and I've just let it because I want to collect the seeds, because last year's seeds did really well that I collected. Some St John's wort here, some new clematis that I'm hoping we'll be able to manage in the shade. Bluebells coming up this time of year, they look amazing. And this bush is also coming into bloom. You see these delicate little flowers. It's all happening in the garden, it's amazing. I've got my chives, my lamb's leaf, beautiful soft thing here. And I've got my corn salad that's going to flower. The flowers aren't like these tiny little white things, so they're a bit of a nothing. So I think that these are going to come out this weekend. I'm going to feed the compost. Here's the brassicas again. Look at this. It's like a wildflower garden, just full of yellow. And I've kind of left it for the moment. I mean, it's actually swimming. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's swimming with these little flies and hoverfly things. But you know what? It's all nature, isn't it? But they are, you know, next week or so that's going to get all cleared out. I've got some more brassica plants. This one I've protected kind of after the pigeons battered it, and it kind of split in two. I've protected it with a bit of netting, and we've been eating some lovely little broccoli strokes, and all of these are edible, and they're really quite nice and soft and delicate. I've got my bulb planter over there. I've had some beautiful poppies displaying there, and you see the pond. We've always like the pond seems to have. I've tried to plant it so that there's something pops up of interest around it at different times of the year. So at the moment I've got these beautiful little blue flowers. The potato is over here. I just keep topping up with grass, and they are coming up. I am a bit worried because we do have a cold spell coming, so I'm hoping that we'll be all right. But I might put some fleece over them if I need to. I've just netted the strawberries in the front here. Hopefully we'll get a good harvest this year, because these are second year strawberries. Just another view of the brassica brassica flower bed, and I've got loads of garlic planted in between. I've got some radishes that hopefully won't go to seed. I'll show you some that's gone to seed later. I think this is a volunteer potato just popping up here, and I've got various nasturtiums coming up as well, because I'm hoping that they trail over in the summer. Here's my cosmos. These are white, a mixture of white and seashell cosmos, because what I want to try and do with the cosmos is dot it around more for the moths than anything else, to give the moths something. So you might just be able to see over there some broad beans. The broad beans haven't done very well this year. I've got about 3 plants, might get some. But last year when I had them longer in the greenhouse, they did do much better. But all of this bed needs just sorting out really now. But I'm just kind of hanging on because the brassica plants are just so pretty and so beautiful. And actually great for pollinators this time of year. There's all sorts of bee there buzzing about on it. There's just all sorts of things that are gonna pay me in dividends hopefully later on in the year. So this is the greenhouse, and just like the conservatory, it is jam-packed with everything that I can possibly put in. Here's a tomato plant looking a bit sorry for itself, it needs repotting. So I've got some, I think these are yellow beans. I've got some more edamame beans here that I got from B&Q that were far too big, and I shouldn't have probably got them. It's a bit of an on-spec thing, but they're hanging on. And I've got some more beans over here. My tomatoes that have just gone out at the greenhouse this week, and I keep checking on them, my babies, but they're doing all right. I've got Lucy, I've got my dahlias that are all doing amazingly well over here, and they were all sorted out the other weekend. I did a video on that, and they're doing splendidly. I've got some potato plants that have been in the greenhouse for a few weeks now. Let's see if I can shut Lucy out for a bit. It might get a bit hot in here, but we'll see if we can shut her out. So I've got calendula here. These are seedlings that I grew. Far too many parsnip seeds. Got some I forget the name right now. More cosmos. These are what I plant with the tomatoes because they're really good for them. Marigolds, that's what they call them, marigolds. And I've got some coriander here, some rudbeckia, I think, here. Some little seedlings growing on here, various different things. Some beans, nasturtiums, everything. Kitchen sink. Are you quiet now, Lucy? Have you decided to be quiet? Thank you. These are some little bedding plants that I bought that I'm going to dot around just to give a bit of early colour. And these are my new brassica plants for next year, so hopefully these will create the whole display that we did this year. Some sprouts here and some various things being well protected. Some more leeks at the back here. I've got some various different leeks individually planted to try and give them a bit of a chance. I've got some onions here that I've done in like bunches. There's some more fennel here that really probably could do with getting out now. I've got all my garlic. This is a last year's onion flower, but the rest of it are all up here. This is all garlic. This is my elephant garlic. I started off with one or two, I think it was 2 garlic bulbs, and I'm trying to grow them big enough and save them for seed, so because they're quite expensive, the garlic, the elephant garlic bulbs. I'm trying to save some of them for seed, and I've got various ones planted everywhere. And this trough, it's just it's like a cottage garden, scene from a cottage garden at the moment. There's just everything. This is my usually my lettuce trough because we get a bit of sun and a bit of shade. But I've got these beautiful little delicate whatevers here, and I've got these spinach. They're not spinach. They are rocket leaf, and rocket have the most beautiful little delicate like a pale yellow flower. It's just so beautiful. There's like 4 bits to it, and beautiful. They're like little windmills on the plant. And then I've got these the ones from the pak choi popping up, and I've got various onions and little leeks at the back there as well. I've got my sun gold, I think they are, something like that, shallots in there, and my carrots are doing well, along with the new strawberry bed over here. I let things go a little bit well, because last year this really framed the vegetable garden. It came all the way up here, these beautiful purple spikes that do seed everywhere, but they're just so pretty. I've let them be. I've also got one at the other end of the kind of greenhouse area that'll look nice. This is my Japanese wine bush that I just planted, repotted this year, so hopefully it'll benefit from the compost. Got some mint that I'm hoping will take over down there. Got some peas, I think they're sugar snap peas that we're going to grow up here. I've got some hooks up here, if you can see them, ready for my bean plants that I'm hoping to grow down here, well, up here in strings to cover this fence a little bit. And I've got these sticky things. I've been watching a few YouTube videos about people actually using them, because apparently you can make kind of flavoured water and things and put them in soups. So I've let them grow for the moment, so I might see what we can do with them. And I've got some various onions poking up as well. Some other overwintered brassicas that just look a bit battered really, whether we'll get something out of them. I've got my nettles that I'm going to use to try and make some tomato feed with. It's just different things. I've got some currant, black currants or red currants, gooseberries, and I've got another gooseberry bush in the corner here. You can see here. I'm pretty sure, not 100% pretty sure, that these are the flower peas, sweet peas. But I got a bit mixed up when I was doing the seeds early on, so I'm pretty sure those are the flower seeds, but they could be in the back of the garden. We shall see. These are my overwintered carrots that probably need sorting out, and probably some have gone to seed, but they haven't done amazingly well. We shall see. I haven't had a lot of success with carrots in this garden, but I keep trying. I think that's what gardening's all about. Keep trying. Some more peas here, growing up this frame, and these are the most beautiful. They've been flowering for about a month, and they're just so pretty little things. This is like basically a weed. I have no idea how it got there, but we'll let it be because it's pretty. We've got the blueberries here. We've got these pansies that all winter long have just popped up little bits of colour, and they've been really pretty, but they are starting to suffer a little bit from the heat now. That's the white fly or whatever. I'm a bit raggy, and I've got some various foxgloves in here and little bits of things and blueberries. And then over here, I said I was going to show you these beautiful tulips, like candy floss or something like that. They're just absolutely beautiful. I've got some radishes that I've just bolted, they're absolutely no good anymore without any radish. I've just split this hosta, so I've got one there and one over there that are doing really well. I think I split it at the right time. At the back here, various overwintered things, some kale, cauliflower, and some chard. There's some onions in there, some more brassicas, some more of this beautiful tulip here. Various a mix between onions and garlic, all sorts dotted around. And we're back to the start. So thank you for watching again, and I hope you enjoyed a visit to the garden in May. It is such a beautiful time of year. But I hope to show you. I'll probably do a video again in a couple of weeks, because things are just growing so fast and there's so much to do this month and so much to show. So I'll see you again soon.